am Ferrari.
Nora.
I'm Trina.
And I'm Raisha.
And we thank you guys for tuning in. So I just want to first start off telling y'all. So y'all all know that I work in healthcare, customer service. And it's definitely not a job that I ever thought I would have. Let's first talk about that. I have always, and never have I ever thought that I was a girl that could like work at a desk. Even growing up, I used to always be like, I don't even like sitting at my desk in school. So this is not gonna work for me, like at all. So that definitely it threw me off. I feel like nowadays when people apply to jobs or anything, it's just like, I need a job. I need an income. I need something now. And I almost feel like maybe that's how I fell into the job. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I've learned to like it. Let's say that. I've learned to like it. But it's definitely not a job that I thought that I would be doing. At all. So where y'all hoes work?
I work at a tech company, helping people all day, every day. And Lord knows, I hate people. Y'all are annoying. Like, helping people, especially white people. Yo, that just takes it over. And that's all I do is help white people fix their issues that I don't give a damn about. Where y'all work at?
So I work retail at a sportswear clothing and shoe company. Very well known. Have a lot of the same problems as Nora. A lot of complaints because we don't have what they want when they want it. But that's not my fault. Like, I just work here.
Yeah.
It's really supposed to be just a college job. Like, I started my sophomore year. I'm a senior now, graduating senior.
Gang.
But I feel like I'm about to quit. But I mean, I felt like that since like a year into working there, honestly. But
Hey, yo, no bull.
I'm not going to hold you. I used to work with Raisha, and so did Nora. Hey, Young, the people that I fell in love with literally were the reason why I was constantly coming to work.
Oh, facts.
Having to help the consumer. Let me just tell y'all this. Ain't no way.
We all worked in Georgetown.
Ain't
DC.
no way.
If you know how it is in Georgetown, you just know, automatically know.
It's a tough job.
it is.
It's stressful.
It really is.
I couldn't even imagine still being there.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
And Miss Train.
So I actually just quit working customer service in healthcare, right? I was there for almost 4 years and I absolutely hated it. I want to be honest. Like you said, to get a job is sending some money.
Yeah.
Just income.
Yeah.
And having to help people that don't want to be helped is the most, I don't even know words. Because people could be so rude and disregard the person you're talking to. They don't care what you're going through today. It's all about them. The shit gets old real quick. That's why
Real quick.
I had to get up out of here.
I think that the luckiest person in the car right now is Katrina. Like,
Yeah, no, facts.
I feel like she's found her destiny or something. Like, she's found her destiny, and here we are, just trying to find ours. No, I don't know. Like, it's just not for me. The other day might have, and the crazy thing is, let me tell you about my first day and the job that I'm in now. So I've always, to me, and the way that I think, I feel like every job that I've ever had has always been customer service based. When I was teaching, from working in retail, when I was in salons, because I'm a stylist, so I do hair and makeup, and honestly, even that is customer service. Like, everything, a lot of jobs, people don't like to think about their customer service driven jobs, and if you're not on top of your shit, to be honest with you, it all will crumble down, because the customer has all the right things, even if they're wrong, the right things to say to bring you down. From reviews, from just complaining to your supervisor, if you have supervisors and managers, if you're not working for yourself, like all of that matters. And when it comes down to crunch time, yo, you have to think about like, what am I going to give this, or what service am I giving them that is going to please them? You know, because they've asked me for this, I've given them that, and it's not satisfactory to them. But this is what you asked for. This is what we have. This is the product you're paying for. And people don't, it's almost like, okay, so it's almost like you see a dress on the gram, Fashion Nova or whatever, you order it, and then it doesn't look like how it looks on the model on you. And you'll be like, this is not what the fuck I thought I ordered. Like, I look like a cow. Okay, clearly when she put the dress on, she was wham bam thank you ma'am, and I'm over here like, hello, can you go give me my milk with my cookies? Because obviously like obviously, you know what I mean? So I think, but I honestly feel like that has a lot to do with the reason why we feel the way we feel. Because when I train people, because I train new employees in the job that I'm in now, and when I'm training them, usually the first thing that I tell them is that keep in mind, if the consumer didn't need you, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't have called in. They wouldn't be talking to you right now. They literally need you. And I think we sometimes forget that. I feel like we sometimes don't remember that when we get in our, I don't want to say in our own way, but when we have a consumer that comes at us and it's like, okay, you deserve a whole clapback.
But son, I swear, when it comes to customer service, people forget, like, bruh, I'm the one that's helping you. I literally have what you need in my hands. If you come at me on 10, bruh, I'm not helping you. Like, I'm not helping you. I'm literally just gonna stand there, stare at you until you are uncomfortable and you move away from me.
Let me just tell y'all, if y'all ever find out what this will work, don't go see her.
Definitely don't go see me. Because I'm gonna keep it nice and short. I'm gonna tell you what you need, what you don't need. If you don't take it, I don't care. My stuff still works. It's you that came up in here. I don't give a damn. I'm still getting paid at the end of the day.
But you know, like I try to help people, like, and I think Katrina, you too, because even like in the job that we're in, especially in the position and the department that we're in, Trina was working in and I work in, because we were working in the same position, the same department. We work in a department where the consumers that call in are very ill, or they have the potential to be very ill. So that too is also something that I think about. Like, I try to help who I'm able to help, but it is really hard when you're being like dogged out. It's like, I'm sorry, what did you want me to do? Because at this point I can't even think of anything else to help you out with. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like I help, or I try to help people, but I also am just like, I've been nice to you, I've given you a nice tone, and I'm not one to complain at all. Like, I don't like to complain about anything, especially when it comes down to like my job. I have lately been learning to be very grateful for my position and become content with where I am, because obviously I'm supposed to be here for a reason. And to be honest with you, that is kind of how I've been starting my day lately. I literally wake up and I'm like, Lord, show me my purpose in my position today. Anybody that comes at me sideways, can we have a piece of tape for that? Anybody that comes at me sideways, Lord, guard my mouth, my heart, and my tongue. Like, honestly, I pray that before I go into work. And it kind of sucks, and I feel like we shouldn't have to do that. But to be honest with you, if you don't start your day off with speaking to God anyways, your day don't go good. That's just how I feel. But that's like a real thing. Like, I have to start off my day like that because I am nice. My tone is nice. But I have people like, I can't hear you. Ugh. And it's like, you want me to scream at you? I'm sorry. I don't really know what you want me to do right now, because the moment I scream, then I'm being rude. Because I've been told that, like, I can't hear you. And then when I'm louder, then they're like, you're yelling at me? Everyone has an attitude today. I've been told that everyone has an attitude today. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Did I come off like I had an attitude? Like, okay, I apologize. But you said you couldn't hear me. And when I yell, my tone actually
Now I'm
doesn't
too
sound the
loud.
same. You know, my tone is not the same. So I think, like, I don't know. Can y'all tell me how y'all feel like after y'all get off work?
So when I used to work with Rye last summer, we were literally just talking about this, but like when me and Rye got into the car today. But literally, I used to go into work so angry. Just go into work so angry because literally I'm looking down at my phone. I'm like, damn, I have 8 hours to be in this place. I'm angry. And then throw in customer service and with people just being rude and just don't know how to talk to you. It's like, I'm giving you a service. I'm trying to help you out.
Right.
I would literally leave angrier than I came into the store. I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I can't do this because I'm at a level where there's just no inner peace in me at all, and I'm just about to like go ham on each and every customer that I see and that I help with. So I had to leave. I could not do it anymore. But where'd I go? Another customer service job. Like, I already know I don't want to help people. So I'm like, I'm doing it backwards, huh?
I don't know. My days vary. Right? How do you feel when you leave work?
Ooh. It's almost like I can breathe a breath of relief because I'm actually getting to leave. But at the same time, it's just like the events that occur throughout the day, being there for 8 hours, being there for 9 hours, being there for 4 hours. Like, something happens every day, whether it's with like management there or just with a customer that just puts me into a mood. It's like the air doesn't filter enough or something in the place, and it's like people walk in and just have like these, like they're just in a bad mood already.
Just bringing negative energy.
Yeah, it's just like the worst energy surrounding the place. But I'll be angry when I leave because then I have to trek all the way home. It's like a 30-40 minute drive, depending on if people want to drive right, if there's some kind of construction going on. Like, it just depends. Like, I'll be upset. I can't remember the last time I actually left work happy, in an actual happy mood, or just content with how my day went because I was there.
Yeah. All right, Trina. So yours is kind of like a two-part. Like, how did you feel when you would leave work? But then, how does it feel to not have to get up and go? Like, I'm so.
Jealous.
This is the part where I'm just like, I don't want to be jealous, but I'm so jealous. Like, can I just get up and not have to do this every day?
Well, leaving work, it was seldom we had good days there. Like she said, it's just something always happened. It was always one person that just completely changed my mood. So then I have to go home and sit in traffic for an hour, deal with what I have at home, 2 dogs and a husband that's gonna expect me to cook. It was a lot. Like, work, and then you couldn't be happy. Like, oh, I'm happy to see you for 5 minutes, but let me tell you what happened today. I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna be pissed all over again.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, with not working there, like not working now, I'm used to working. I've been working for a long time. So at first I was like, oh, this is lit. Shit, I don't gotta do nothing today. You know, I can do shit. But now it's like, damn, at this point, can I clock in somewhere, please? Because I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has its, benefits. I can get everything done. But then again, I ain't really doing shit because there's not much to do every day.
Right. It's like once you've done it.
It's like,
I mean,
It's like, what's next?
the dogs are not messing up nothing. So now, what do I do? Just look at the marvelous job I did cleaning my house.
Right.
My house looks good. House goes like. Okay, for real. No. And I think about that too, because so I work from home in my position that I'm in, and to be honest with you, when I was in the center, so I'm not a desk, like I don't want to sit at a desk. That's just not for me. However, I love having coworkers. Like, I'm not that person that's like, I don't have no friends at work, I can't get my job. I didn't come to work to be your friend. I came to work to make paper. That is it, and that is all. If you don't like me, girl, who cares? Because you're going to watch me put these brows on at my desk. Y'all catch me put some lashes on at my desk. Ask Trina, I used to be in that job. Makeup bag thrown everywhere, and they be walking past, and I'm helping members, and I'm like, boom, 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 all day long. Like, this is what I came to work to do, to practice my craft on myself, because what else am I here for? But literally, like, I would leave work, And if Trina came to work that day and she didn't leave early, I would be okay. Especially like that last couple of months before I came to work at home, because we rode together a lot. So it was just like, I was fine because we were able to vent to each other in the car, and I felt okay by the time I got home. When we weren't riding together, those are the days where it was almost like the traffic, it was almost like I was harboring my feelings until I was able to tell somebody else about it, and then that's when I exploded into a ball of angry emotion. And then it was just like, oh, I think you need a new job. Like, that's everybody would say that when I tell them, like, oh my God, I'm just so upset, you know. And I never go into in depth. Of course, I'm not disclosing any member information or anything like that, but just telling them about my day and them seeing my body language and my hand gestures and my facial expressions, and they be like, yeah, bruh.
Oh, you on 10 today, huh?
I'm gonna need you to look into something else where you can be by yourself. Like legit. And it's not even on purpose. I just literally like, it's just the way that you feel. And it's because it's energy. I'm a firm believer you can pass bad energy. I believe that with all of my, every being in my body, every bone, everything. I believe that you can transfer bad energy. And it doesn't have to be by you touching someone. It could be the conversation you have. It could be you walking past them and bumping into them. It could be you looking at them wrong, sitting next to them, and your attitude is just going, you're not even talking to me, but your whole everything is just like, all right, girl, you should chill. You should like legit chill. But that literally was how I was. Like, if certain people came to work and I was dealing with them, it would bother me so much. If certain people didn't come to work, it would bother me. And I'm just like, you know, I needed to talk to you today. You know, I needed your energy today. And this one right here was one of them. And then these two was right here. When we were all together and we'd be texting like, who come to work at this time? And it'd be like, bro, I'm gonna be here by myself. Like, you know, it sucks.
It made it even
the days
worse.
Trina hit me like, oh, I'm leaving early, I'll be like, why? Why do you want to go? Why are you leaving me here? Take me with you, mommy, please. Like, don't go. But, you know, and it would just alter my whole day. And, you know, it sucks, but literally, it's like that's what gets me through my day when I have to deal with a hard member, being able to laugh with my coworkers. But working from home, the only thing that really doesn't bother me is the fact that, like, when I'm off, I'm off. I don't have to worry about traffic. I don't have to, when I'm off, I'm home. So I'm done. And I'm able to jump right in with my kids and keep it popping, because that is literally what I have to do. I don't get a chance to vent when someone calls me and they're chewing my head off for something that I had nothing to do with.
Right.
I don't get that chance anymore, because now when I'm off, I'm straight into mommy mode. So it's like, I can't give that to my kids. And I don't want to give that to my kids. I will not give that to my kids. You know what I mean? But it definitely is a struggle, just trying to get through your day when you talk to someone who called you out your name, or who, you know, told you were stupid or incompetent, or judged you because of your name or the tone of your voice, or, you know. And of course, you as an employee in customer service, you want to think like, oh, how's their day going, and what have they gone through to make them feel like this? And yeah, but what about us?
Exactly.
Like, what do we have going on? You know what I mean? Like, what do we have? Because to be honest with you, Trina, the hardest time that I had was those 2 weeks after Grandma passed. Because it was almost like I didn't really get a chance to mourn over it. Because I was, you know, you don't get but so much time off. 2 days, you know,
Right.
plus the funeral. And it's like, now you got to get right back out there. And it's like, hold on, I literally just lost my queen. Like, I lost the pillar of my family. This is not, you know, a great auntie that was supposed to have been gone when the Great Depression came. Like, this is my grandma, whose spirit still resonates within my soul, my bones, my skin, my hair, my nails. Like, she was everything. Her aura and her spirit was an everlasting one. I never thought that she would pass, and when she did, those 2 weeks going back into work were the hardest, because it's like I don't have time to be in my feelings. I can't. it's almost like I can't say, well, this is how I feel, because I'm so focused on like, oh, well, what is the member feeling? What is the consumer to want? Well, and it's like, it's so unfair. It's just so unfair.
That was another thing that led me to quit it, though. Like, just my entire mood, my vibe was always off. Like, my sister actually just told me, she was like, the way that you act now,
Yep.
not working there compared to how that you were when you were working there is amazing to me. Because you were a fucking asshole. When you worked at Kaiser, you were mad all the time. You were mean whenever I asked you for anything. And now you're just so much better, which is true. Because you can only be called stupid so many times.
Yeah.
And not, you know, you can't even tell a supervisor because, oh, it's okay, just rush it off. Like, it.
Girl, I just was saying, and then you know how like they're like, oh, you need a break off the phone if a call is too much for you, and then you got to use your 15.
Are you serious?
So now you mean to tell me that if I have a call that is throwing me off my game and it puts me in a mood, I have to use my break to get it together? So then once my break is over, then what do I do for the bathroom? What do I do for my break? What do I do? You know what I mean?
Be mad and take more long.
Oh, okay. So now I can't be upset anymore because I've already had 2 bad calls that I have to just suck it up, the other calls for the rest of the day. To me, it's just unfair. It is unfair. How do y'all feel that this affects your managers and supervisors? Like, how y'all feel about that? I feel like it don't. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't think it affects them at all. I honestly just said the other day, I feel like in the business that I work in, managers, supervisors, whoever should have to do a certain amount of hours on the phone every quarter so that they can understand. You know, and I say this because our calls get monitored, but do you notice how, like, when they monitor the calls and they come back and they're like, oh, this is what I would have done? Well, you've had time to study that call. You've had time to study that script. You've had time to study what I did right and wrong, and then what you would have done. Even if I was right, you could have found another way to do it right. And it's like, but you didn't have the pressure of the call. You didn't have the attitude of the member. You didn't have, you know what I mean? Like the fact that, like,
factors.
Right. You don't have that on your back as you're making the call. You're just listening to the call being made. And that's it. I literally feel like that they should implement that. Like, even if it's just 8 hours, I think that they should have to do an 8 hours every quarter at least, saying that I took calls for this amount of time. And I understand what you guys are going through. It was hard for me to find that in that amount of time in that script. It was hard for me to do this. And I understand and I sympathize with you versus saying like, oh, well, this is something that you should already know. Right. Because it changes so often. So how is it something that I should know? Because we had a meeting. And this is what was said to us in the meeting. I'm just the one thing. You guys should be, because this is changing so quickly and it changes so often, you guys should already know everything off of memory. How is that not a contradiction?
That is a contradiction.
How do you know something from memory that changes all the
all
time?
the time?
Exactly.
It doesn't even make any sense.
Exactly. Now I'm just like, now I see. You guys want us to do the impossible. And it's not saying that can't happen, but you have to be realistic about it.
Yeah, I'm not about to, every customer that I help on a daily basis, I'm not about to go above and beyond for you.
Yeah. You have to.
Because it's impossible.
You have to be, it has to be 50-50. How do you think that it affects your supervisors and managers?
Honestly, they don't even be on the floor when I be looking for help. So I don't even know how it affects them. I be looking, a lot of people be thinking, oh, Nora look lost. Nah, I'm pissed because it's just like, I got this customer that's over here yelling in my face. I can't help you if your stuff is out of warranty. Stuff goes out of warranty.
Yeah. You
didn't buy the extra warranty on it. It's like buying a car and expecting that to not break down and then getting pissed at the mechanic because your shit's broken. Why are you getting mad at me when you caused it? Like, and then when I try to go find my supervisor, you're nowhere to be found. And then they contradict me. I'm like, come on, bruh. And that doesn't even make me want to work there anymore. I don't even want to be next to you. Honestly, get away from me because you just pissed me off. Yeah. And I'm about to say something that's going to make me lose my job. And I can't do that.
It's almost like once they've taught you the job, it's like, get out of the nest and don't come back home. Like, you can't go back and ask them anything almost, because then it's almost like you don't know your job or something. And it's like, it's not that I don't know my job. sometimes we just need reassurance. Sometimes we just want to know that the answer is right. Sometimes I really just don't know and I'll need your assistance, and it's okay for me to need your assistance, but I want you to help.
There's definitely certain managers that I go to because I know they're about to be like, oh, facts, you already told them that? Bet. Yeah, I definitely do that. Just because you were an asshole to me, I'm about to make your whole day shit.
But do you notice that, like, and then Trina and Raisha, I want to hear how y'all feel it affects your managers. But do y'all notice that, like, even in, like, you'll find yourself going to certain managers because you know that they'll understand, or they'll be able to be on that level with you, like, oh yeah, I've definitely just dealt with someone like that. Let me do, you know what I mean? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Because I found myself doing that. Like, I'll speak to, like, or ask for assistance from certain people first.
Oh, yeah.
Before going to who they probably expect me to go to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not tripping.
No, I was when I was working. It was one supervisor I would go to and try to avoid mine at all costs. Because first of all, she, like you said, they should take calls because you don't ever know what's going on. I don't need your opinion about something that you can't even do. I can't ask you a question. I called to ask you a question and you send me to someone else. Mm-hmm. That just means there's something wrong here. It just doesn't make sense. And it doesn't, the only way that it would affect the supervisor that I had was because if we doing something wrong, then it falls on her.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only time that she would actually care. But what happens to us doesn't affect them at all. They could care less. All she says, it's okay, it's just a call. They can't see. Okay, but now my feelings hurt. So you're talking isn't helping me.
And you know what's so funny is it's not even that it's like they can't see you. It is affecting my emotional state. That turns into stress, which can turn into a stroke firsthand. Okay? I have been able to realize that firsthand. Stress is no joke. It's no joke. I agree with you 100%. It's almost like we debate on the end of the fish hook.
Yep.
And you just hope that a shark ain't out there hungry today.
So that's a great analogy. Oh,
you just hope that it's not a shark out there that's hungry today, because man, oh man, it is really tough. Yes, I have really great analogies always. Y'all can catch a whole lot more.